bitmeden de ama son bir tur gezmelerimi sizle, daha doğrusu Büşra'yla paylaşmak istiyorum. Şu an çok fazla popüler olmayan bir yerdeyim. Amish Village'dayım. Burası Amishler'in aslında yaşadığı yer değil. Sadece bir simülasyon gibi bir şey yapmışlar. Yani Amishler nasıl yaşıyor, onların kültürleri, hayatları nasıldır diye anlamamız adına. Amishler bir ırk değil, tek bir yerde de yaşamıyorlar. Dünyanın her yerinde var Amishler. Ama çok fazla biz bilmiyoruz. Hayatlarını Tanrı'ya olan inançları üzerine inşa ediyorlar. Dindarlar diyebiliriz aslında. Elektrik kullanmayı reddediyorlar. Genel olarak toplumda yozlaşmaya başladığını düşünüyorlar. At arabasıyla falan geziyorlar. Sokaklar zaten hep sürekli at arabası var. Şöyle bir tur otobüsleri var. Bu tur otobüsüne işte 20-25 kişi alıp bütün village'ları tek tek gezdiriyorlar. Bu birinci turları. İkinci turları da evlerin içini gösteriyorlar.
Says, do not make an image of anything in the heavens or on the earth. Do not make a graven image or likeness. So the Amish do not pose in photographs. The original family built this home in 1840. So that Amish family cooked in these homes. Today the Amish use this stove only for heating the home.
Okay, all right.
Coal stove. And then for cooking the Amish use propane gas, cook stove and oven. This is propane gas refrigerator, freezer run by propane gas. Now the Amish people do not use electricity. There's no electric lights in the home. No electricity at all. This is the main light of the Amish home. It is a propane gas lamp. That's a tank of propane gas. You light it with a lighter. Upstairs in the bedrooms, they do not use gas lamps. They use oil lamps, like small oil lamps, like the one up on that shelf. They also use. Amish people began in Europe, but they were being persecuted in Europe for about 200 years. And over 2,500 Amish people were executed for their beliefs during the 15 and 1600s in Europe. And it was simply because they believed in adult baptism or adult church membership, and that was against the law in the 15 and 1600s. Infant baptism was enforced by the law, but the people who began the Amish church, they believed that only adults should be baptized, and that was illegal. They also refused to fight with the military because they said that the Bible teaches that you should love your enemies, and that's what those are the words of Jesus. So the military would call on the people to fight, and they would refuse to fight with the military. And so they were considered to be criminals, and the church considered them to be heretics. So that's why they came to Pennsylvania in the early 1700s. They were escaping Europe and escaping the persecution there. That this Amish family was using. The Amish believe it's wrong to throw away anything that is in good shape. These beds still worked, so they just passed them down to the next generations. Covering, but every day the Amish ladies wear a white prayer covering on their head, and they wear that because in the Bible it says that women. There's a whole chapter in the New Testament Bible talks about women should cover their heads when they pray. It's a sign of God's authority, and then the Bible also says to pray always. They start wearing a prayer covering like this at age 13, and they make their own prayer covering on the sewing machine. Outside, when the weather's cold, you might see Amish ladies wearing a hat like this. This is called a bonnet, and this is just a hat that they wear when it's cold because they're always going to cover their head. This is the man's Sunday suit. It's a formal suit. The Amish use no fancy buttons. When the ladies are dressed to go somewhere formal, they also use no buttons. They pin their dresses with straight pins, and that's how they wear the dress.
Why do they not use buttons?
Now this is just soldiers that took the Anabaptist people away to be executed, had big fancy buttons on their uniforms. So that's the tradition of the Amish since 15 or 1600s don't wear buttons, fancy buttons. The Amish girls who are not married wear a white cape and apron on top of their dress when they go to church only. So that's only for church. And then the Bible says, do not adorn yourselves with expensive jewelry or fancy clothing or fancy hairstyles, but instead clothe yourself with the beauty that comes from within, the beauty of a quiet and gentle spirit. This is an Amish girl's wedding dress. When the girls get married, they wear a purple or blue dress, and they wear their white cape and apron, and then they wear their black prayer covering. And the Amish girls are usually 19 or 20 years old when they get married, sometimes older, and the Amish boys are usually 20 or 21 when they get married. And the Amish parents want their children to meet their future husband or wife. It has to be someone Amish. So when the Amish youth turn 16, they join a youth group. And every Sunday, like today, this afternoon, all of the youth groups are getting together and having their youth activities. There are here
What
in
is
Lancaster
youth group,
County.
actually?
Youth, it's just young, unmarried Amish.
They
Boys and
go
girls.
there to know each other?
Well, they meet at a parent's home, and they start the youth activities by singing. They sing together for about 1 hour. They sing songs, and then they eat food. They have snacks. They socialize.
What do they think about this place in general? Do they find it nice that you actually explain people your culture, or this is this is their life, and we're just like
Right.
looking at it as their I don't know.
It's like touristic activity, but actually their life.
That's a good question though. But now a place like this, the Amish can, people can come here and people can come here and learn about the Amish. They can see what it looks like inside an Amish home. And like I've talked to different Amish people that sometimes visitors, like tourists, they go to the Amish private, private home, knock on the door and say, "Can I come in and see your home?" And the Amish people really don't like that.
Yeah.
So I think they're grateful, or they're happy that there's a place that visitors can come and see what it looks like inside a home without going into the Amish
I
people's
thought so,
homes. This is a German-style butter churn where you pour the cream, you churn the butter, mix into butter. Now, some Amish people still make homemade butter, but some Amish people buy their butter in the market. They also go shopping at the markets to buy things that they don't produce on their own farm, like salt, sugar, flour, and things like that. This is the Amish, modern Amish ladies' washing machine. That's what they use today to do their laundry. And it's a wringer washer.
So they put the clothes in
Yeah.
and then turn it?
Yeah, here's a hose. So you fill up the water, you add soap, you add the clothing, you turn on the machine, the engine, and then the clothes will start agitating and washing. And you wash for like 7 or 8 minutes, turn off the machine, and then you have to take the clothing out. You turn on the wringer, the rollers will start rolling. So you take the soapy clothes out, you put it one piece at a time through the wringer. It'll wring out all the water. And they put another piece of clothing, and you pile them up. And then you have to take the clothes, then you have to rinse them.
Yeah.
Rinse all the soap out. And then you have to put them back through the wringer
Oh, you make it 2 times.
2 times. And then you hang the
That's very
clothes
hard.
outside.
Thank you. Bye. Şimdi turu bitirdik. Bence çok eğlenceli bir gün oldu. Siz de inşallah eğlenmişsinizdir. Büşra'cığım, özellikle sen. Görüşürüz.